So today we are going to do a program on Vexcode VR, start to finish, something with variables. These are the three that I thought would be worth a try. I'm going to start with the first one and we'll see how far we get. Okay, so the program that I'm going to create using variables is draw a line in the column given by the variable. So what I mean by that is I am going to use the number grid map, and I am going to have a variable that will take in the number 1 through 10, and whatever variable or whatever number I assign, it will draw a line in that column. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of plan out my program using some comments. So I know I'm going to need to set up a variable for the column input. I know that's going to be important. I know I'm going to then have to probably, what am I going to do next? Get in column position. Okay, and then once I've done that, I'm going to need to draw the line. This is not going to be a super complicated program, but it does have kind of these steps. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to variables. This is going to be a number. So I'm going to make a variable, a numeric variable, and I'm going to call it column number. There we go, column number, and submit. I don't really need it to start out at a given value myself, but I am going to want to be able to set that value. So there you go. Right now it's 0. That won't really make any sense. Eventually it will hold the numbers 1 through 10 based on what I, the user, set it for. So we're just going to start it out as 1. Okay. Okay, so next up, I need to get in column position. So what does that look like? So I am going to, let's just say I was trying to draw a column or draw a line in column number 5. I would need to turn, drive over to number 5, and then turn back. So we know how to do some of these things. We're going to turn right for 90 degrees. We're going to drive some amount forward and then turn left for 90 degrees to get back into position. So I'm going to note that I'm going to come back to this how far to go in just a minute. For draw the line, what do I need to do? I need to set the robot pen down. I could change the color, maybe, if we wanted to. Maybe we will draw a red line. And then I need to drive forward the total distance. This is where I have to remember how big the thing is. I'm pretty sure it's like 2,000. I think that's true. We're going to test that out. So I'm going to pretend for now that I want to draw a line in column 1 here. That means that I wouldn't need to drive forward at all, actually. I can turn and drive forward 0 and turn back, and we'll see if the rest of this program works and if this is the right number. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to turn back, drive forward. So if anything, it turns out that 2,000 is a little too far. Stop. So it looks like 1,000 is the total distance from looking up here. And actually, I don't need to go all the way. So if it's 1,000, that means each block is 100. But I kind of start out, oh no, there is a negative here. Okay, so I go from negative 900 to positive 900 is probably right. So I'm going to try 1,800 for the amount I actually want to travel. Let's see if that comes out right. So we turn back. Hey, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I have successfully driven and done the one column. So let's just think for a minute about what if I put in the number 2, what would I want to happen to draw this line in the number 2 column? So I would want to turn and I would want to go forward. We just decided that a box was 200, I think. So let's try going forward by 200 and see what that results in. I'm going to turn 200, turn back, and draw a line. All right, that looks pretty good. So clearly the part that I'm missing right now is, well, I'm missing a few things. I like to put a stop at the end of my program so it just doesn't keep like just going forever. I just think that's good form. It's not required, but good form. Okay, and now I need to use my variable, right? That's the whole point. So how am I going to do that? What I am going to do is I'm going to use the number given by this variable to determine how far I need to drive. Okay. So when the variable was 1, I didn't want to drive at all. When the variable was 2, I wanted to go 200 millimeters. When the variable was 3, I would want to go 400 millimeters. So this sounds like an algebra problem or a pattern. So I'm going to go down to my operators and figure out how to represent this number using this variable. So if I went back and did some mathing, we would find that I need to go some multiple of 200, right? But if I did the variable times 200, what would happen? I would get 1 times 200. And so when I put in the variable 1, I would draw my line in column 2. So that's not quite right. I actually want to subtract it a little bit. Here we go. I need to do my variable minus 1. I'm going to go get my variable column number, get it in the right spot. So now I will do column number minus 1 times 200, and that will determine how far I drive and which column to draw this in. So let's start by checking it for the number 1. So we do our math, we discover we don't need to drive anywhere, and we draw our red line, and we even stop when we get there. Cool. So you can see exactly how long the program took because I put that stop at the end. Okay, let's try it for the number 2. So our math is determining that we needed to go 1 spot down, drive forward to the end, and stop. Excellent. Let's try it for one we haven't tested yet. Let's try column 8. Math says we're doing 8 minus 1 times 200 to figure out how far we need to drive. And there is our line in column number 8. And our program is done. Okay.